Hi, everyone. Welcome to our podcast, Two Sisters, Two Mics, where we talk about everything and anything. Today's topic is all about airports.
That's right. Airports are places that we all have to go through at some point in our lives, but there are definitely some things that people dislike about them.
So, we've come up with a list of 9 things that we think are the most common complaints about airports. Let's get started. So, the first one on the list that we have is long lines at security checkouts. So, I'm going to get the opinion of the lovely Akisha. Can you tell me your perspective on that?
Yeah, I think long lines are a little bit too much, especially when you're already nervous
Mhm.
with traveling, and then you have so many bags, and then maybe you might have some kids with you, and it's like you have to go all the way in the back of the line and
Mhm.
wait just to get to check in. It's
Mhm.
it's too much of a hassle.
Yeah, I totally agree with that one. Because you're already getting anxiety of, you know what, I want to be able to get to my destination,
Hmm.
and then you
To
have to deal with this
relax.
to relax and all that sort of thing, and then you have to deal with this long line, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what if I miss my
Your
flight because
flight,
of this
yeah.
long line? Like, I've seen people, and I know I'm guilty of it. I've seen people where they get to the airport and they're just like, there's no way I'm getting to the back of the line, and they start cutting through because they don't want to wait that long
Yeah.
just to check in for their flight. And an example of this is when I went with my dad to the airport. He was going away. I think it was like last year, December
Hmm.
2022, and it was like the line, it was December time, and like everyone is trying to travel. It was like around Christmas time.
Hmm.
And I was like, I told my dad, I was like, there's no way we're waiting in the back of the line like this. Like we're cutting the line.
He's
And
for
we
sure
did
gonna
it.
he's
Yeah,
gonna
go
for sure
ahead.
miss his flight. There's no way.
There was no way. Like he probably would have been, if we stayed at the back, we probably would have been there for like 4 hours or five. Like he probably would have missed his flight. So I said to him, we're cutting the line and we're going. I'm so sorry for the people that I may have offended. And one person tried to give me like a dirty look, like, why are you butting me? But I had to, like,
But
or as he
anybody would
was,
have done it.
yes, exactly. Or as we would have been there forever. So
Exactly.
that's what I don't like about like the long lines, especially during like times where a lot
Times,
of people want to travel. Yeah.
yeah. Especially March break.
Oh Lord, I wouldn't want to be on that airport or even be a fly on that wall.
Oh gosh.
The fly is probably like, oh my goodness, this is like what they have to go through, like just to
Yeah.
travel, and God forbid if you wear uncomfortable shoes.
Oh, there is some people who go there with heels. I'm like, where are you going? Why are you not wearing
You
sweats
go to
and a
nightclub.
cap? Yeah. Like, wear some sneakers.
Exactly. I like to travel now in like pajamas
Yeah,
because
because what
it's
who's seen you?
our slippers. Like, have you ever
Yeah.
done like flip-flops while you're traveling, or do you normally just wear shoes?
Well, it's
Are
times
you
I can't
there?
wear flip flops. So usually this, yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Go.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, usually we go in the winter time, so I won't be able to wear flip-flops.
Yeah, that's true. Because who wants to
So,
be having their feet freeze off,
yeah.
just for comfort type of thing? But hopefully it changes as we go. Like it's gonna be the lines are not gonna be as long because and
Yeah,
nobody got
but
time.
also too, there's not a lot of workers like in so there's gonna be longer lines. If there was more
Hmm.
employees,
Hmm.
the lines would be less.
Yeah, that's so true too.
Yeah.
Like, why are you firing or laying off all these people? We need them at the airport. People are getting frustrated, and we're gonna
Yeah.
be the voice of the people.
We could push them in the right direction.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so that was a
Okay.
good one. The second one, and I know this one is like Keisha's like favorite,
Of
dislike
course.
about the airport is kids kicking the back of airline seats.
Yes. I do not like this at all. I feel like it's not the kid's fault. They don't know. It's the
Hmm.
parent to tell them that, hey, stop, there's someone else sitting there, you
Hmm.
know. Like, because you need to be able to be comfortable. Imagine you're on a plane for 5, 6 hours, or maybe
Hmm.
even 8 hours, and you have someone, just a little child, kicking the back of your seats. Sometimes even adults do it too.
I was just about to say, God forbid, like
Yeah.
adults are kicking the back of the seats. Like, come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, there's people who do that and they don't care.
Is it to annoy people, you think, that they do it, or they just they do it and like with not intentionally?
Some people it's not intentionally, but some people it's just to annoy you. They know, because they know they're gonna get a rise out of you. So, because some people
Okay.
have like a short temper, they might turn around and say like something to them, right? And then now that person has to get off the plane.
Oh my God, imagine you spend like, I don't know, $2,000, 1,500, or maybe you bought first class and you
Yeah.
decided that you were going to be a nuisance and now you're getting kicked off the airline.
Yeah,
God
and you're not getting
forbid.
that money back.
And you're not getting that money back because you were being intentional in irritating other people.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind if kids are crying, like if it's a newborn on the plane and they're crying.
Yeah, that's
That's
different.
fine. That's there's no problem with that. But when kids are just kicking, and their parents are not disciplining them and telling them to stop it. And I don't mean for you to just go, "Oh, Johnny, just stop. Stop, John." No, say, "Listen, if you don't stop,
Hmm.
there's going to be consequence. You need to
Yeah.
stop and be respectful. Like have a stern voice and
Hmm.
say you need to stop and be mindful of other people that are sitting on this airline." That's what I
But some of
think.
them are not even telling their kids that. They're not saying anything. They just have the child rolling all over the floor, kicking the chair, and they're just reading their book or on their tablet.
And imagine if you are on a back-to-back flight and you
Hmm.
haven't even slept in like ages, and now you have this kid banging. You're gonna be even more tired now.
Yeah, because you want to take a little snooze. You can't take a little snooze. Like,
Every
come
time you go,
on.
every time you go take a new snooze, they say, "Cook."
Click, 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 click. Oh, God.
And
As soon
God
as you
forbid.
say, as soon as you say in your mind, okay, I think maybe he stops, the child stopped now. I can kind of fall asleep. And then you just say boop, boop, boop. And you have
Yeah,
so much.
right? You're just, and especially if the kid is like kind of like a kid, kind of like that like Home Alone character,
Yeah.
where it's like they get a rise out of irritating you, you're going to just be pissed off for the
The
entire flight.
whole ride. Oh, gosh, Kevin, man.
I know it's my favorite movie, but yeah.
He's
Oh man.
provokeful.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so that's a good one. And so the third one on the list is delays and cancellations.
Oh
And
my gosh.
it's something that could piss people off because it's like, suppose you've been saving up your whole life for this trip. Like,
Hmm.
you said that, you know what, I'm gonna eat out less. I'm not gonna buy no clothes. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna go shopping. I'm gonna be on a strict budget because I really want to treat myself and go on this vacation.
Or hot girl summer.
Or hot girl summer, you know? And you already
Hmm.
and plus you already bought like all your stuff from like different boutiques of what you're gonna wear for each day. Then you
Hmm.
get there all excited, hyped up to go, and then you hear in the announcement, this flight has been canceled and it's your flight. I would be livid. Like, how would you
I would be
feel?
pissed because now I have to go back home. For what?
And all that
And I
money wasted.
and you don't even know when the next flight's gonna be, like when your flight's gonna be booked again.
There you go. Or
And if
if
you, sorry, go ahead.
or if you're even gonna get a refund.
Yeah, I know. But then also, if you take time off from work, right, and your flight is delayed, you're missing some days. You have to come back early.
There you go. And you know how some employers are, suppose the airline says, okay, well, we're not flying out this week, we're flying out next week.
Hmm.
And that next week should have been when you were back. And now you go to your employer and you're like, oh, I need to change it. And the employer could say, well, this is not my problem that your flight got delayed. I mean, I could empathize with you, but it's not
Hmm.
my fault. And other people are booked, so I cannot give you this time off.
Yeah.
You're going to be there like a Debbie Downer now because you can't travel and you've waited like your whole life for
for
this.
this trip. You lost weight for the trip to make yourself
Yes,
look nice in the
yes,
bathing suits, and you can't even go wear the bathing suits.
I know.
You can't take no cute pictures.
No, and you had everything all planned. Oh, I'm gonna put
Yeah.
this for the Snapchat, or I'm gonna post
Yeah.
this one on Instagram or
Or I'm gonna wear this
Facebook.
necklace with this outfit.
Now all your plans are squashed. You might as
Yeah.
well just go eat chicken wings and fries that day and eat a
Yeah.
chicken milkshake. Yeah. Sometimes when you're like, I know sometimes when people are sad or things don't go as their way, as bad as this may sound, sometimes food gives you that extra comfort.
Yeah, it does. It
Like,
it
what do you
kind of
think
helps.
about that?
Like, I think it does help you. Sometimes you're a little bit too like depressed, and maybe you want some food to like kind of make you feel better. It makes you happy, even though you might gain some pounds.
I know. And
But
you
then at
never
the time,
know.
you're not thinking about that. Oh
And
God.
trust me, like my mom always
Right.
says, well, our mom always says, you never know if you're gaining weight when you wear track pants. It's when you wear jeans is when you because track
And
pants
it
are
can't go up your hip.
yes, and I need to stop with them
God.
cookies. I need to lay off them Twinkies.
We have a problem.
I know.
Oh
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Because when you try to like button up the button and zip it, it's not going. It's like, no, girl. It's time to
Yeah,
hit the
time
gym.
to hit the gym. You can no longer be in denial. You know,
Yeah.
you know right away. Damn you, jeans. Oh gosh, that's too funny. Okay, so I
It's
mean,
funny.
and the airlines at least give people like prior notice that their
Heads
thing is
up.
gonna be canceled. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
why can't you have like a backup plane?
Or a backup plane or something.
Yeah.
I know last December when I had dropped my dad to the airport, it like a lot of flights got canceled the day before. So I was even scared for him that his flight was gonna be canceled because he had prepped so much for this
Hmm.
trip of wherever he was going. So I was like, oh my God, I really hope that he's not like the people from the day before and he actually gets to go on his flight and don't have to go the week after or anything of that sort.
I was actually surprised he was able to go because the way you're saying that the lines were long.
Yeah, but he actually
So
got to go. So I was like, oh, that's so happy. And like, I would have been pissed too because I waited there like at least 2 or 3 hours with him, and then for them to say his flight got canceled, like that's wasted energy.
yeah, it's
You know what I
tiring
mean?
standing up. It's not hard. It's not easy to stand up
And
like for
it's
long periods of time.
exactly, and it was so good because that day, when I before I had come down, to his place, I was gonna walk with my heels because it was like around Christmas time or whatever, and I had just gotten like a new pair of heels, well, platforms, and I was gonna
Hmm.
wear it, and that would have been my only shoe. So imagine if I had to stand there 3 hours, then they're saying that his flight got canceled. I would have been pissed.
I would have been laughing at you. Why? Because you know why you're going to. Why would you want to wear platform heels?
You know when you get something new and it's just like, oh, it looks nice. This looks nice. I like it.
Mhm.
Without thinking of how it's gonna hurt your foot. That's what happened.
You would have been in
Crazy.
pain.
Yeah, I know. Oh man. So the next on the list is overpriced food and drinks. Have you ever bought
Oh,
like food at the airport
yeah, I
or
have bought.
drink?
It's very expensive. The water bottle is like $7.
That's crazy. You could get
Yeah,
so like 7 bottles of that if you go to the dollar store or a pack. I think
yeah, you can get a pack for
water's
a dollar
cheap.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you like, I think they do it intentionally or purposely.
Of course they do because they know people are going to come at the airport and they're desperate. Sometimes they don't bring water or they don't bring food, so they have to buy at the airport or they're rushing and they don't have time to get that type of stuff, right? So they
Yeah.
have to buy it at the airport.
And
And
the thing is, the airlines, they don't, a lot of them don't give food now. So
yeah, they don't.
imagine if you have to be in the air for it takes you like 8 hours or maybe 12 hours to get to your destination. You're gonna be forced to buy food at the airport to put something in your stomach because the airlines they don't even want to give you even a drink. Like if they do give a drink, they give half a pop. You
Yeah,
know?
I don't know why they did. They used to give a full pop. Like I don't know why you guys are being so cheap and greedy by giving people half a pop. Like what is that gonna do?
Exactly. I've like seen people tell them, oh, they want the whole can. And I
I
think I'm
don't
gonna
blame
do that
them.
one. I think I'm gonna do that next time when I go to I don't care if people call me I'm greedy. Do you know
Yeah,
how much I pay for this ticket, sir or ma'am?
exactly. You need to get your full money's worth.
I need my full money's worth. Like, no, no, the airport, y'all are like
But
wrong for
the
this.
but the 8 to 12 hours they actually do give you food. It's the 5 hours they don't give you food because that's a long time to go without food.
Oh, so they do give you
Yeah.
food. Oh, I never knew that. Okay, I thought
Yeah.
like no matter the time frame to get to your destination, they're not giving you food,
No, no,
just
no,
something
no.
to drink. Okay, they do.
No,
Okay.
they can't do that. People will drop.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, if imagine if you have like diabetes or something, you have to bring food in your bag.
Yeah, but I think they should that's a good point. I think they should have be giving people who have
Mhm.
diabetes food, even if it's like a 5 hour flight or 4 hour flight.
Yeah, that's a really good point
Yeah.
as well, because God forbid this person faints, and then now
Yeah.
maybe you might be liable as an airline.
I think they will be. Of course.
Yeah, like people would probably want to bring like lawsuits against them and be like,
Yeah.
oh, because you didn't want to give food, my mom is now, or my dad is now deceased.
No, they're gonna say that you should have carried your own food, maybe.
Yeah, that's another argument they could bring too.
Hmm.
You're right. Yeah, that you should bring your own food. But what do you think about airport foods? Even though it is pricey, do you think like from when you have tried it that it's because I remember one time I traveled with you and you were dunking down like a poutine or something.
I like their food. I just feel like it's just such a small portion for the money. What's the point? I'd rather just
That's true
bring my
too.
own food.
Yeah, that's so true. I'll just bring my food, make my little sandwich, and then bring it. And it's not like you could get snacks from the dollar store too and bring
Exactly.
and just be
So
eating and
just have it
whatever.
in your carry-on bag, I guess.
Yeah, have your carry-on bag and stuff like that. But even Tim Hortons at the airport is expensive.
Yeah,
Like
it
it's
is expensive.
outrageous.
Like the other day we went there to the airport and we I paid maybe $25.
What?
Yeah,
For Tim Hortons?
from Tim Hortons in the airport.
Was that for one meal or it
No,
was
for that's for yeah, that's for well, one meal and like a coffee or something.
that's crazy. I would
Yeah.
have had to like starve and just punch up my stomach a little bit and say, you know what? When you get home, you'll get food. But these prices are not for you. They're not in your league.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Imagine buying
Gosh.
water for $7. Like I just
But
can't wrap my mind over it. The government needs to step in. Like this needs to be an intervention.
yeah, but they don't want to because they like the money.
Yeah, that's true too.
So, but
That's
I feel like it costs so much at airports for food, but
Mhm.
yet they're paying them a short amount of money.
There you go. People are
Like,
not, yeah, they're probably making like minimum wage or something.
yeah, that's you should be making more than that.
Exactly. Like give the people more money. You're making like the airport is probably like whoever owns the airport, they're probably like billionaires for all you know.
Of course, they have to be.
Because people are constantly traveling, like the
Hmm.
airlines and stuff,
Hmm.
guarantee that some of these people are not only millionaires, but they're billionaires as well.
Yeah, of course. To be able to keep up with the airport,
Yeah,
they have to be billionaires.
exactly. So that's that. That was a good one. And what about crowded waiting areas? Have you ever experienced that? Like, what's your perspective on that?
Yes, I have. I don't like it. It's like people are like ants. You can't move. You can't even turn your
Hmm.
neck.
You're scared?
Like it's too much. And then there's people who are talking loud in your ears.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's I don't like
it's
it.
so true. It's so true. And the seats are not they're not comfortable, and then to have
Yeah,
people all crowded up in your space, especially
yeah.
if you're introvert too, you're kind of like, oh my goodness, like this is like you feel like people are in your mouth, like they're so
Mm-hmm.
close. And as you said, like some people are talking loud, they're not
Mm-hmm.
mindful of like other people in their surroundings. So it makes it even more like kind of awkward to be
And
in a
not
crowded
only,
space.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not only that, some people don't know personal space. So they're like pushed up against you more,
Mm-hmm.
so which just makes it worse in a
Yeah.
crowded space.
Exactly. And then you're not gonna, if you're, I feel like if you're spending so much money to travel, you should be comfortable. Like they should have more places where people could sit and have a sense of
Mm-hmm.
peace, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I know they have the lounge because one of my friends, she was telling me that she went to a trip to the Caribbean, and
Mm-hmm.
Air Canada has like a lounge. I don't know if other airlines have it too, where you can go there and then it's more the seats are more comfortable, the
I didn't
space
even
is
know they
more
had that.
big. Yeah, but I think you probably have to pay more for that. And when you buy a ticket, it's already 2,000 or $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like, oh man, do I even want to spend more for this comfort?
Not only that, you don't even want to spend more for your suitcase luggage. But
That's what I'm saying.
so, who wants to pay for luggage for lunch?
Or even for
Yeah,
a assigned seat in
yeah.
I know when they said that you could do early checkout, um not early checkout, is it? No, early check-in
Mm-hmm.
before your flight, you sometimes have to pay for the seats. And I'm like, yeah, that's not something that I really want to be doing
Yeah, but you
at
kind
all.
of sometimes don't want to sit like in a certain seat, right? So you might as well just go and pick your seat, and even though you have to pay for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So true. And then what about noisy announcements?
Oh God. Some people are like, "Hello." Oh God. No, but the people on the announcement are too loud. And I think, come on, at the airport, you don't need to be saying that, like calling the person who works there like that loud on the announcement.
And not only that, you already have so much anxiety with the long
Hmm.
lines. You want to make sure you check in so
Yeah.
then the next stop is just you waiting to get on board of like on the plane. And
Hmm.
then you have to deal with these. I guess sometimes noisy announcements are kind of helpful in the sense of people that they
Delayed
went
flights or.
delayed flights or people that went into the wrong section. I know that happened
Hmm.
to one of my cousins. Like her airplane, her boarding was upstairs and she was downstairs. So the announcement was super helpful in that
Yeah.
sense. But
Yeah.
you guys, anything that's not necessary, you guys gotta calm down on that. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Then you're gonna make me want to blast my music even more. And yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. And I just think that staff announcements should be on the everybody to hear.
exactly, exactly.
It
So
should
so
they should
true.
have their own personal like walkie-talkie or something.
Exactly. Do that. Like, come on now. We're in the what?
Yeah.
2023. Get it together.
Yeah.
Nobody got time for that anymore. And then so the next one is uncomfortable seating, like seats, uncomfortable seats. What
Oh,
is your take on that?
I don't like that, especially on the plane and your butt starts to feel numb. Like
Hmm.
you can't sit properly. Your legs can't stretch out properly. It's a mess for 5, 6 hours.
Exactly. And then the thing that always gets me is you're spending so much money. Like if I'm spending
Hmm.
so much money, then make it
I should be on
accommodating for
cloud
me.
nine.
I should be on cloud nine. Like, come on, get it together. There's no reason why you should be having hard seats. And when I finish, I have to go do physiotherapy. Get it together.
And you can't even get up after when you arrive at your destination. You can't even get up from the seat.
Because you're in so much pain. No, man, they have to do better. No, no. Mm-mm. So the next on the list is lost luggage. Has that ever happened to you before?
Oh, that's never happened to me, but I don't it's not a good thing. Like I've seen people's luggages in rooms and they're on vacation and it's
Yeah,
sitting in a room here in Air Canada. For
that is
what?
crazy. And again, you spend so much money and they can't even get your luggage right to the destination where you're going. So you're in
Exactly.
Cancun or you're in Jamaica or any other destination and you have no clothes. You have no clothes. Your whole
Yeah.
vacation is ruined. What do you expect for me to walk the whole hotel or that country naked?
With the
Like,
clothes on your back, pretty much.
yeah, like I need you to get my luggage straight. I paid for, my ticket
That's why some people carry some clothes in their hand luggage,
just
but
in case.
just in case,
Okay.
some people don't do that. They just have all their clothes in the suitcase, and now your suitcase is lost. What are you wearing? Now you have to go
That
buy new clothes.
that's so true. Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't need to be buying new clothes, especially if, I prepped, for my vacation and now
Before.
from beforehand and then now I don't have that. That's not
Yeah.
cool to me, man. Like the airlines, you guys need to do better.
And there,
Mm.
and not only that, like even if you lost a suitcase, right? Why is it taking so long, a whole week or a whole week and a half for you to give me my suitcase?
Yeah, no. Give it to me right away or pay me
Yeah.
back the money right away. I shouldn't have to put no investigation, none of that type of thing.
No.
And aside from the lost luggage, like one time, like I've never lost luggage. That's my biggest fear to do that because I have everything prepped on what I'm gonna wear on my days and I don't want that to be
Hmm.
messed up. But I've had someone like airline, I don't know if it was Air I don't remember the airline, but my luggage was damaged when I came back. And I didn't want
Yeah.
to, it was a cheap luggage. I think I bought it for $40. And this is why I don't buy expensive luggage because it could be lost and it could be damaged. And I
Hmm.
I, I didn't bother to put in a report because I'm like, oh, the hassle, they're gonna have to ask me like a million questions. So I
Hmm.
just left it like that and that was it.
Yeah. That happened to our mom. They damaged her suitcase. The person, I don't know if their cologne or perfume was leaking. I guess because
Mm-hmm.
they threw someone's suitcase and it started to leak all over our mom's suitcase.
Mm-hmm.
And when she got her suitcase, it was like soaking wet with perfume or cologne.
That's outrageous. Like,
Yeah.
no, they would have had to pay me some good, good, good money back. Like, I would have been so pissed off.
Yep.
So,
And
those are
even
some
they
of the
damaged the
things.
lock on the suitcase.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, man. Like, they would have had to give me some good money for that. I'm so sorry. No, that's not acceptable. That's
No, it's not.
outrageous. And then the last one on the list is check-in kiosks. What do you think about that? Do you have any pet peeves about that
Um,
one?
I think that it's a good thing and then it's a bad thing because there's also elderly people who are traveling and
Mm-hmm.
they do not know how to use it. And then you're telling them, "Oh, use it, use the chaos, use the chaos," and they don't know how to use the chaos. So you have to open up the check-in for people,
Who
so
don't
the
know how to
person can,
use it.
yeah, don't
Yes,
know how to
I
use
agree with
it.
that. Totally,
Like
totally agree with that.
not everybody's at the same level as everybody. So
Exactly. And then when you have all these check-in kiosks, people are losing jobs and people
yeah, of
need jobs
course.
to feed their family. So I think that's something airlines, whether when they have their business meetings, they need to revisit that. Fine, you're
Hmm.
going to have some kiosks for people that don't want to go to the check-in, but have some people there, immigration officers, um, or check-in agents that people can go
Hmm.
to so they feel comfortable. It's already so much anxiety and so much things that we dislike with traveling, and then you're
Hmm.
gonna make it harder for us that for people that don't know how to use the kiosk. So I
Yeah,
think that's
exactly.
something they definitely need to work on. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, awesome. So there is it. That's all we have for today. And those are the things that we feel that people dislike about their airport. And despite all of these complaints, we have to admit that airports are also pretty amazing places. They can take us to far off destinations, reunite us with loved ones, and provide us with some pretty amazing memories. We do have to agree on that.
Okay, so you guys, before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on YouTube. We release new episodes every week, and we would love to have you join our community of listeners.
Woohoo! There you go. Bye,
All right,
guys.
guys, bye.
We love you.